don't know if you're an atheist, agnostic.
Atheist.
Atheist. So you as an atheist, yes, your moral ground is nothing.
Yes.
You make up your morals as you go along. So maybe you see that most of the people in the society today, yes, they feel that incest is wrong. So you say incest is wrong. But tomorrow, just like homosexuality was made legal in this country, when it was illegal before that, yes, then they will say, okay, now most of the society accepts incest. So now I find no problem or no issue with a father and son sleeping with each other if they love each other and they're grown enough to basically consent to that kind of relationship.
So you're kind of following. But here's the thing: if the point of the test is, if the idea is that believing God will make you better, make society better, following Sharia, it doesn't seem to be working.
No, I didn't say that was the reason.
All right.
I said this will stop you to a degree
Yes.
to committing a sin if the converse was true, i.e. if there was no check at all. No, look, just because you follow a religion, yes, that doesn't mean there were people in the religion who would not break the law. Yes, if everyone follows the religion to the letter, then trust me, there will be harmony in the world. But we don't live in Ethiopia. Yes, in fact, neither the Prophet ﷺ nor Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala expects everyone in the world to become a Muslim. Yes, because if that was the case, then Allah would actually give rise to another creation who would actually commit, who would be tested and who would commit this test, and Allah would test them that they would be committing wrong or right depending on that. So this is something that we are not expected or expecting from the Almighty in our community. In our community, you will find all sorts of, temptations. You'll find all sorts of people who would actually tempt you to do something wrong. And you would also find the converse of that there are people who are good, law-abiding, and they would tempt you to be good and law-abiding, yes, depending on which camp you will fall, yes, depending on which friends you have sometimes, depending on which form of education you receive, or what kind of ideology you follow. So all this is taken into consideration. And if anyone says that the test that God has given every human being is unfair, then I think they really will struggle to answer as to why it is unfair.
I think the exact opposite. How you can say this is a fair test, it doesn't make people better. It's not really aimed to make people better, because God could just make people better. The punishment doesn't seem to fit the crime. The likelihood of passing the test, sorry to go over it again.
You're all over the place.
It's very
Andy, you're all over the place. I'm asking you not with regards to what happens as a consequence of failing the test. The test itself being unfair.
Yes.
That is a bit that you're not answering.
Okay.
You're answering everything else other than that.
All right, sorry. Another thing about the test is it seems to be kind of like a riddle. You know, like you look at the world and there's arguments for God, but like I say, they're quite weak. There's things, quite often people cite miracles in the Quran or miracles in the life of the Prophet, but they're never really convincing. You know, they're always kind of, well, it's kind of something he said long ago has sort of come true.
No. I don't think you're asked to believe in miracles, to believe in God. I don't think you're asked to do that. In fact, most of the Muslims today, and in fact most of the people today, most of the miracles that were performed by our prophets in the past, and those times so the people who actually were witnessing the miracle, it is for them to believe or reject it. Because wait, Andy. What I'm saying is that for you, no one is asking you to believe in the miracle. All I'm asking you is to ponder by yourself on the intellect that God has given us all.
I've got a better answer maybe to your question. Why is it unfair test? Let me try this.
Go on.
If you had some primary school children and you gave them a physics paper that they had to test it on, that wouldn't be a fair test because it's beyond their ability.
You know something? Let me ask you this question. Imagine the paper was already out. Yes? And you can easily find the answers to those questions.
Yes.
Would that be a fair test?
No, that would be an unfair test because some would see the answer and some wouldn't, you know.
Well, I wouldn't call it unfair. I would call this a test for you to answer sincerely, because not to just copy somebody else. Yes? But the thing is, you know what? Just to tell you that the test paper is already out.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? You heard of it? Yes.
I read it.
Yes. So Allah will. You will be asked 3 questions in your grave.
Okay.
Yes. who is your Lord?
Yeah.
Yes, you'll be asked about the Prophet ﷺ and about your faith. What is your faith? So the thing is, the paper is already out. Now, whether you ask a primary school, or whether you ask a secondary school, or whether you ask a grown man like yourself and myself, yes, that is the question to this. Now, if you know the questions,
Yeah.
yes.
Here's another thing.
Wait, Andy. If you know the questions already,
Yeah.
it is for you to prepare for this test because the syllabus is already out. Now, this syllabus is for you now to understand and to accept it or to reject it. First and foremost, you as an atheist do not even believe in life after death. Okay? So for you to ask all these questions about the test being unfair, the consequences of all this, yes, should come secondary. Your first, I think your first question would be, does God exist? And if you believe God exists, tell me why he exists. That should be your first question. Because once you understand that, then these things should be your worry. But before you worry about these things as a consequence of the test and failing of the test and the fair test or unfair test, yes, why wouldn't you ask yourself that all this universe which exists today, do you think it just popped into existence one day?
It's an old argument, but yes, according to scientists.
Which scientist said it just popped into existence?
Famous one is Lawrence Krauss.
So Lawrence Krauss believes what? We came from nothing?
Pretty much that. I think Steve Hawkins believed that when he
No.
died.
I don't think Steve Hawkins believed we came from nothing.
Don't forget that he's a human being and he could be wrong.
No, wait. You know, Lawrence Krauss's
Yeah.
nothing is actually something.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So his nothing is not nothing.
Yes.
Yes?
I agree, but his nothing is a kind of eternal nothingness.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is that his nothing is not nothing. It is actually something.
Yes.
Nothing in reality is a concept which is a concept, but it doesn't really exist.
Nothing is a concept.
Nothing is what? It is the absence of everything. So anything that you can imagine, anything that you can observe, anything that you can see, all this thing is not nothing. It is something. So what you can imagine, even if you imagine a flying spaghetti monster or something, that is still something. Is your imagination. Yes? Even in reality, it might not exist, but it's still an imagination. You see what I mean? I wouldn't call it nothing.
Well, here's the problem.
Okay.
If you're going to count concepts as things that exist, then nothing exists because nothing is concept.
Okay, what is nothing? Explain.
No. If concept, say, it's whether you think concept.
No, but nothing, look, nothing is not really a thought, is it? Nothing is for us to understand in order for us to communicate the difference between something and nothing. So nothing is, to me, correct me if I'm wrong, nothing to me is the absence of everything.
Or the
Do you agree?
absence of something, yeah.
Oh, no, absence of everything.
Yes.
Even something which you can think, even the absence of that.
Yes.
That means even your thought.
Yes.
So for me, nothing, for me, nothing doesn't include even thought.
Yes, but
Okay, because to me, thought is something. To me, thought is inspiration. To me, thought can be.
but the spaghetti monster that doesn't exist
Yeah.
in any way, shape,
No,
or form.
what I think you misunderstood.
Yeah, maybe I
Well,
did.
I think you misunderstood what I meant by nothing.
Yeah.
Because to me, nothing is the absence of everything, including thought.
Right. Oh,
Okay, you see what I mean? Okay, so using the
talking about
concept,
where that
yeah.
universe came,
So
yes.
using this concept, yes. Do you think nothing can bring something of value, of material into existence?
Yes.
Yes?
I don't think it did happen, but it could have done.
So something can come from nothing.
Yes.
How? Nothing doesn't even exist.
No. But
If it happened,
things
we could
happen.
do it even now.
Yeah, well,
From
this is-
nothing, we
no,
could do
but-
something.
Yeah,
But
this
this is
is the reason to think it doesn't happen, because as you look around, we don't see things popping into existence. We don't.
No, that wasn't my.
No. Well, this is
My whole point.
This is how I think
Yeah.
about it. I'm not saying the universe did come from nothing, by the way.
Oh, you don't.
I don't.
Okay,
no.
because that was my question actually.
Right.
Do you believe that we came from nothing? We meaning everything, including us and the universe.
I'm just saying that a lot of intelligent physicists think that that's exactly what did.
No, I don't think so. I don't think any physicist would say we came from nothing. Because even people like Stephen Cross, yes, even they believe that nothing they're talking about is actually something.
Well, there would have to be the laws of physics.
Whatever it is. Laws of physics themselves are not nothing.
Yes.
They are something.
Okay.
Okay?